holding a generous heart, benevolent spirit, and endless support to education and innovative research, our first speaker needs no introduction. He insists on making a difference and is continuously navigating AUB and all its research programs through these difficult times with an unwavering will. Please join us in warmly welcoming President Fadlu Khouri for the opening speech.
Good afternoon, with my apologies for being late. We're in a series of town halls, and the very creative faculty of engineering and business like to ask tough questions. So, Your Excellency, the Ambassador of Italy, of Japan, representatives, diplomatic representatives from Germany, France, Great Britain, Kuwait, and esteemed guests and colleagues. It's a pleasure to be with you today. This is a very important day with lots of credit to inspire Asad Eid and the wonderful students who are doing this. It was Maya Angelou who said, "You can't use up creativity. The more you use, the more you have." And today we're gathered to educate people about the vital role that biomedical research can play in the development of new treatments and cures for people and animals. It also highlights careers in biomedical research and promotes the support of the public for biomedical research. And then there's one other very important but perhaps underrated thing that it does. It creates opportunities for societies to flourish. We've seen that biomedical research, among other things, was one of the key underpinnings of the American and Japanese and eventually the German recoveries post-World War II. And the British, Italian, other countries have seen the explosion in biomedical research lead to jobs, to better and longer lives, despite maybe not the greatest collection of diets in the world, and to hope. So BRAD is held every year on the third Thursday in April, and BRAD is Biomedical Research Awareness Day. And this year at AUB, we're celebrating BRAD through two big events: the launch of INSPIRE, the Institute of Preclinical Innovation and Research, and the granting of the Farouk Jabre Awards for Outstanding Collaborative Research. And I'm fortunate in having participated in the latter over many years. So if you look at what's happened in the pandemic, we've seen the development of multiple new vaccines, highly effective treatments, improvements in supportive care, but the rest of the world's biomedical creativity hasn't stopped. There have been discoveries in nutrition, in public health, in cardiovascular medicine, ophthalmology, nuclear imaging, cancer, and so on and so forth. So the world is very dependent on biomedical progress for many reasons. One of them is, I think, to go far beyond the issue of how long human beings want to live. They want to live better lives. And I'm someone who came of age in an era where we had very few cures in adult cancers. And so we were looking at improving quality of life. But now, the explosions of the last, I would say, 20 years have shown that we can actually cure some people who were once uncurable, and we can drug what were once considered undruggable targets. That's to say nothing of the explosion in technologies that have made once fatal cardiovascular illnesses now imminently curable, so we can live to a much later age than we used to be able to, even if we are guilty of dietary indiscretion among other things. Biomedical research doesn't only contribute to the advancement of science, but it actually contributes in a world that's become all too fond of alternate facts to the pursuit of truth. Biomedical research can give you hard data, major progress, and improvement in mankind, the development of novel therapies and the improvement of existing ones, and the development of innovative approaches that will increasingly become cost-effective, will narrow the gap that we see now, the enormous disparities we see when a man who hasn't yet invented anything useful can plow down $44 billion just to shut Twitter up. Those disparities in wealth will narrow when more people are involved in the biomedical discovery process, in research. For us, it's a significant component. It's an honor for Lebanon to be, for AUB to be by far Lebanon's major research university, particularly in biomedical research, but also to continue to raise the bar even in these challenging times. More than 64% of Tier 1 citations in science come from this university. That is the largest percentage, and we're talking about fields as diverse as not just the biomedical ones, but advances in business, in architecture, in engineering, and food sciences. So there's a burden and there's a responsibility for AUB to lead in this area. And we've done it in partnership with the Lebanese government and with our friends globally. So while we've undertaken major efforts to transform research from restoring tenure to investing more resources in research, including over the last 3 years, where we haven't cut a budget out of our, a dollar out of our research budget, we need partners. We've invested in a state-of-the-art biomedical research facility, the Diana Tamari Sabbagh building. Tremendous work has been done there. Shout out to Ali Bazarbashi, Sam Yahouri now, Asad Eid and others for some tremendous work. But we need to keep raising the bar. And we raise the bar both at the level of the individual investigator and at the level of the centers of excellence. Centers of excellence, research centers of excellence in cardiovascular, renal, and metabolic disease, cancer and stem cells, immunity and infections, neuroscience, genetics, drug discovery, but also in capacity building. And here I want to give a particular nod to Ghada Al-Hajj-Flayhan and the SHARP program, which is building the capacity for clinical and translational investigators in this region, in the Arab world, at a time when that capacity is falling further and further behind first-tier nations' capacity. So innovation, education, outstanding PhD students and master's students, tremendous progress in nursing and public health. These are the things that make me confident today when people ask me about the future of this country, when I say I see a much brighter future than perhaps some others do, because I see enormous talent and people who are committed every day to not only make a difference, but to make that difference here from this country, even in these circumstances. Along those lines, the Farouk Jabre Awards have been a mainstay. These are examples of fostering collaborative research. Many years ago, Dean Saïg asked me to help organize some of the reviews for these awards, and the idea was to foster more collaboration. And I see that under Dean Sawaya and Associate Dean Asad Eid, these are continuing. So for me, there should be a multiplier effect. 2 people can make a difference. 3, 4 people working closely together can make an enormous difference. And towards that end, the launch of the Institute of Preclinical Innovation and Research is critical for the future of the Faculty of Medicine. It will allow us to take discoveries, not just from bench to bedside, but observations from the bedside back to the bench. So enhance knowledge and the treatment of mankind. Inspire is therefore going to be a platform for the further investment in preclinical research. At a time when universities the world over, except the wealthiest 50 to 60, are cutting programs, we will be expanding these programs of discovery. But we need partners. Our centers of excellence and core facilities will work synergistically, but we need some of the most advanced research and health systems in the world, partners in biotech and pharma and others to move forward. So today is a special day for AUB. I thank you for being with us. Again, I apologize for the lateness of my arrival and wish inspire an inspiring and aspirational future. Thank you.
Thank you, President Khoury, for your inspiring words and exemplary leadership. Our Vice President for Medical Affairs and Diraja Khoury, Dean of the Faculty of Medicine at AUB, strongly believes that medical education, biomedical research, and state-of-the-art healthcare to the people of this region go hand in hand and are at the core of AUB's mission. Professor Sawaya's unique dedication has been and continues to be critical to AUB's drive towards excellence. Please welcome with us to the stage Dean Raymond Sawaya.
Thank you, and congratulations to our students for your leadership. I want to welcome our ambassadors from Italy and Japan. We're honored for you to be here. I am sorry I cannot speak Italian or Japanese. I would have loved to, but we're honored to have you here. I believe there are several ambassadorial representatives here, and we also welcome you. President Khoury, Mr. Farouk Jabre, Asad Eid, thank you for putting together this Biomedical Research Awareness Day special event. You did a great job, and I look forward to the award presentation a little later. Distinguished guests, dear friends and colleagues, advances in medicine demand fundamental, basic, and translational research. And we heard that from our own president a moment ago. To remain in the forefront of science, we cannot afford to sit on our laurels, and we have great scientists here and great discoveries, but the world is moving. So the rest of the world advances in its discoveries. My predecessors, aided by generous philanthropic souls, had the foresight to put in place the needed infrastructure to facilitate the necessary scientific goals. And this was a great achievement. Thus, a basic science research building named the Diana Tamari Sabbar, or for short DTS, dedicated for that purpose, and it now houses 4 basic science departments where a vast array of experiments are being conducted in the medical sciences. And that building is just down from here. Equipped with multi-million-dollar state-of-the-art equipment and instruments, supplemented by several core facilities, and a well-trained workforce that also include over 100 graduate students. These departments are studying the biochemistry, the cellular biology, the genetics, the physiology, the immunology and microbiology of human diseases as we speak right now, right here, as well as testing novel therapeutic interventions, including the pharmacology and toxicology of drugs. Equally important is the manner by which we are organized or not organized. Increasingly, research requires teams of scientists well-connected, well-integrated, as well as well-funded for science to occur. In selecting Dr. Asad Eid as my Associate Dean for Basic and Translational Research, I entrusted him with creating a framework that will facilitate the horizontal within departments, as well as the vertical integration among all 4 departments and beyond, because we're fortunate to have physician scientists who work right here in the medical center, who also have a joint appointment and associate with these departments. They bring some of the clinical perspective to the work. The launch today of INSPIRE, which, as I think you discovered, is an acronym for the Institute of Preclinical Innovation and Research. So INSPIRE is a perfect example highlighting how several investigators from several departments are coming together, pooling their ideas and resources to tackle major health issues such as cancer, cardiovascular, infectious, or neurological diseases. Conducting these types of research is essential for our future as a premier academic institution that is highly ranked worldwide. However, these activities are expensive and require foreign currencies to purchase the necessary equipment, chemicals, and reagents. We, as a university, are committing major resources, starting at the top, the Board of Trustees, to our president, Dr. Fadl Khouri, to our provost, Dr. Zahir Dawi, down to my office. However, we're all too familiar with the sad affair of our economy. And if any one of you is so inclined to participate in helping us raise funds, we would love to show you firsthand and with great pride the progress that our teams are making. And in case you didn't hear me, I'm going to repeat myself. If any one of you is so inclined to participate in helping us raise funds, we would love to show you firsthand. We'll give you a tour. Dr. Asad Eid will be more than happy to do that, and I'll be with him to show you with great pride the progress that our teams are making. Thank you for allowing me to say these few welcoming words, and my heartfelt congratulations to our Farouk Jabre awardees, who will be introduced, I'm sure, shortly. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Dean Sawaya, for your words and for steadfastly steering the ship, and that is AUB Faculty of Medicine. And now, let us watch together a short movie highlighting our Pillar Genomic Institute for Precision Medicine and the research centers of excellence at the Faculty of Medicine, which are continuously striving to identify novel approaches for today's most pressing challenges.
As one of the oldest faculties of medicine in the Middle East, the Faculty of Medicine at the American University of Beirut, AUB-FM, is devoted to biomedical research. Better prevention, diagnosis, and treatment of diseases constitute its ultimate goal. Our mission is to enhance the health of our community by fostering a culture of interdisciplinary research, to promote innovative, high-impact fundamental and applied biomedical research, and to train the future generation of biomedical scientists to further develop this field. Biomedical research looks for ways to prevent and treat diseases that cause illness and death in people and animals, utilizing areas of life and physical sciences. The benefits of biomedical research permeate through multiple fields, be it the development of new drugs, such as antibiotics and insulin, the discovery of vaccines that helped control the COVID pandemic, and the discovery of CRISPR, which allows to edit the genes of an organism. Biomedical research has laid the groundwork for the advancement of humanity by playing a critical role in the prevention and treatment of several widespread illnesses, such as diabetes, heart disease, and cancer. The AUB-FM seeks to capitalize on its tradition of excellence and innovation to lead the next generation of academic researchers, serving Lebanon, the region, and beyond, using world-class modeling. We aim to provide researchers at any career stage with a stimulating environment and training opportunities. Several independent research groups are active across 6 main research areas, complemented by clinical research units in the neighboring AUB Medical Center, which allows the transfer of our research products into practical application. Research productivity by scientists at AUB-FM is the highest in the nation and meets that of the best institution in North America, considering dollars productivity ratio. Our aim is to improve our culture of research, to allow investigators to easily collaborate and benefit from the existing and developing infrastructure, centers of excellence, and institutes. Our multidisciplinary basic translational research team at the AUB-FM undertake research across 6 main areas. Cancer and stem cells to understand the causes of cancer development and improve diagnosis and treatment. Cardiovascular, renal, and metabolic disease to lay the ground for developing preventive, diagnostic, and therapeutic approaches. Immunity and infections to uncover the complex mechanisms of the immune systems and how they fight off infection. Neuroscience to understand the body system essential for self-maintenance, sensing, reaction, and behavior. Genetics to uncover the molecular basis of diseases and their inheritance. And drug discovery to pioneer the development of novel therapies for a multitude of diseases. The Faculty of Medicine is home to several technology platforms that facilitate our research. AUB-FM also houses a wide range of institutes and core laboratories. AUB-FM is also engaged in collaborative research projects and technology development with other faculties at AUB. We aspire to preserve our legacy as the leading research institution in Lebanon and the region, and to further promote our internationally recognized reputation in basic, translational, and clinical research. Our vision extends to build a base for preclinical research and translate it into best clinical practices, interdisciplinary collaborations, and the empowerment of our centers of excellence.
Capitalizing on our world-class expertise, innovation, and deep commitment to excellence, our biomedical research serves Lebanon, the region, and beyond. It is said, the only guarantee for failure is to stop trying. The Faculty of Medicine at the American University of Beirut has never and will never stop striving to innovate, improve, and overcome. We survived a pandemic. We are overcoming an unparalleled economic collapse, and we will continue to improve not only through research, but also by training future innovators in the field of biomedical research.
Our Associate Dean for Basic and Translational Research and Graduate Studies has a lifelong dedication and passion for research. His efforts were translated into the inception of INSPIRE, the Institute of Preclinical Innovation and Research. Together, please warmly welcome Professor Asad Eid.
Your Excellencies, Mr. President, esteemed guests and colleagues, the Vice President for Medical Affairs and the Raja Al-Khouri, Dean of the Medicine School, and myself would like to welcome you to this special event. We dedicate this evening to celebrate the accomplishments and ambitious strides of the American University of Beirut Faculty of Medicine. Founded 156 years ago, AUB still stands firmly as a hub of excellence and a pillar of brilliance in healthcare, education, medical education, and research. In a century and a half, our university has never failed to pursue and advance knowledge through biomedical research. AUB's motto that all of you know, that became our pledge, was and remains that they may have life and have it abundantly. Therefore, improving quality of life through medical advancement remains our ultimate goal. Why biomedical research? Over 10,000 is the number of all known diseases, 7,000 of which are defined as rare diseases. Only 5%, just 5% of them have a treatment or a cure. With genome sequencing, scientists throughout the world are identifying hundreds of new rare diseases each year. Consequently, the disease to treatment ratio is growing, not shrinking. Thus, biomedical research and preclinical research became a must. Well, I know what all of you are thinking, including you, my fellow colleagues at AUB. What role can we play at AUB in all of this? How can a faculty of medicine operating in a country with less than an ideal governing body and an unprecedented economic collapse offer to the worldwide growing enterprise of biomedical research? Well, some of you can be pessimistic and say, well, nothing. Others will tell me we're doing our best to publish world-class papers. But believe me, we have more to offer than anyone else can. Let me tell you why. One, science needs excellence. What would be the metrics to measure excellence if not capacity and expertise? Since its inception, our Faculty of Medicine and our university leads the helm when it comes to having exceptional, world-renowned scientists and physicians that are the best in Lebanon, the region, and compete on the worldwide arena. To name few, we have President Khouri, we have Dean Sawaya, we have Sohal Hajj Flayhan, we have Ghada. If I proceed, Ali is here, Dr. Ali Tahir is here, Arafat Tfaili. Really, if I proceed, I will end up naming each and every one of my colleagues present here in the room. Really, each and every one of my colleagues had a special contribution to science and to the advancement of science. Two, science needs resilience and dedication. According to the Oxford Dictionary, we define resilience as the ability to withstand or recover quickly from difficult conditions. And our workforce here at AUB is the definition of resilience. Since October 2019 to date, we pride ourselves with the unparalleled research productivity of our scientists and physicians that has grown despite the chaos we live in, the Beirut port explosion, and the economic collapse. As per PubMed database, research output of the American University of Beirut is experiencing an upward trajectory, reaching 1,200 publications in 2019, 1,489 publications in 2020 and 1,552 publications in 2021. More importantly, our research productivity can be compared to the best institution in North America once dollars to productivity ratios are factored in. We don't need to speak of the role that our institution is playing on the regional arena. These numbers speak for themselves. They reflect the tangible advancement, discoveries, and lead that our beloved institution is committed to. That is what I call resilience and dedication that inspire future achievement. 3, science needs inspiration. And what is more inspiring than our fellow scientists here at AUB continuing to produce in the face of all the challenges thus far? These days, the AUB community is gradually shrinking when individuals are presented with the option to leave the country. However, many of you chose to stay here to inspire future generation of academic scientists. My fellow colleagues, your commitment to the AUB mission and to our country against all odds is our inspiration. Excellence, resilience, dedication, and inspiration define our human asset at the Faculty of Medicine and at AUB at large. And it is, really, it is the most important asset any research enterprise should aspire for. Beside our exceptional workforce, one should not forget our resources. AUB-FM foster a culture of interdisciplinary research through our Pillar Genomic Institute of Precision Medicine and our 6 established centers of excellence representing our major research discipline. And you saw them in the video: cancer and stem cells, cardiovascular, renal and metabolic diseases, immunity and infectious diseases, genetics, neuroscience, drug discovery. Our centers are equipped with world-class core research facility and state-of-the-art technology that facilitates the acquisition of scientific knowledge. The goal of our research centers is to enable collaboration between faculty, scholars, students, pharmaceutical and biomedical industries that are present here among us, to enhance preclinical research opportunity, academic excellence, and real-world problem solving. These interactions are facilitated by the co-directors of these centers of excellence and institute that come from the basic translational world and the clinical world to build, like President Khoury mentioned, a two-way street between the bench, the bedside, and back to the bench to arrive at breakthroughs. What is also unique, and please here take a moment to close your eyes and imagine that the access to all our resources, are available in one building, the DTS building, and that is in close proximity to our AUB Medical Center. This asset by itself allows our research units to explore medical problems from basic, translational, and clinical standpoint that is difficult to be matched in the region and allows us to efficiently translate our preclinical findings into medical practice. And again, that by itself is inspiring. We further capitalize on this effort through our valuable collaboration with partners who share our vision. That is why we currently conduct research projects in collaboration with other faculties at AUB, the Maroon Sem'an Faculty of Engineering and Architecture, the Faculty of Arts and Sciences, the Faculty of Agriculture and Food Sciences, the Faculty of Health Sciences, the Rafiq Hariri School of Nursing, and the Sulaiman Ulayyan School of Business. The Farouk Jabre Awards that we will be giving tonight are the living proof of the success of these interfaculty collaborations. Not to forget that AUB FM collaborate with national and international universities, making our research venture one of its kind. All of these endeavors represent the successful progress from preclinical research into clinical trial and help bridge the gap between discovery and commercial use. So, what is still required? I'm gonna go back to AUB's motto, that they may have life and have it more abundantly. What can be more abundant life than to have an extraordinary quality of life? As Tony Robbins said, to create an extraordinary quality of life, you must create a vision that is not only obtainable, but that is also sustainable. Therefore, Mr. President, Dean Sawaya, Your Excellencies, my colleagues, please, I'm proud to announce for you the establishment of our sustainable research model, the Institute of Preclinical Innovation and Research, INSPIRE, at the Faculty of Medicine at the American University of Beirut. INSPIRE is a new venture and the first of its kind in the region that is dedicated to coordinate preclinical studies through our Pillar Genomic Institute of Precision Medicine, our dedicated research centers of excellence at an institutional, national, and international level through collaborative networks and resources. Preclinical research aims to update, upgrade, and perfect the design of new products, treatment, procedures, and anything we are testing before transition to human study. Preclinical research is where rigorous and long hours are spent working various experiments in order to obtain accurate and replicable results that allow the progression of the work into clinical phase. That will be the bread and butter of INSPIRE. And that is what will be tackled daily through our Pillar Genomic Institute of Precision Medicine and our research centers of excellence in order to integrate knowledge from all the relevant disciplines that you saw to achieve useful and cutting-edge breakthrough. We aim to be able to develop more treatment to all people more quickly and align our vision with that of the National Center for Advancing Translational Sciences at the National Institutes of Health. Our successful biomedical discovery will no doubt inspire our preclinical research venture. And to conclude, to lead is to inspire. AUB Inspire aims to become a world-leading experience in biomedical health and research. You are the fuel that will help our centers of excellence and core facility grow and expand to achieve the broader institutional goal of INSPIRE. I believe in the importance of scholarship, funding, and more importantly, donations to overcome barriers in the pursuit of knowledge and innovation. The scope of knowledge, the depth of expertise, the breadth of scientific inquiry, and the advanced technological resources you'll find here at AUB and at our Faculty of Medicine are unmatched when combined with the continuous support of our alumni and friends that are present here today with us or are following us on social media. We will maximize on our success story to be a major and a unique player from our region in the biomedical and preclinical research world map. I am sure we can generate a culture where biomedical and preclinical research will always be the way forward to improve the quality of life of people of our Lebanon and the world, so that all people may have life and have it again more abundantly. Thank you all for being here, and please, please be our ambassador for INSPIRE.
Thank you, Professor Reed. You continue to lead by example against all challenges. Since 2011, Mr. Farouk Jabre has continuously showcased the biomedical research performed at AUB through recognizing and supporting researchers whose scientific studies carry the potential of making significant contributions toward the improvement of human health. He fostered collaborations among faculties and departments at AUB, bridging different disciplines to find common areas of interest in research. And now, let us watch together a short movie presenting the applicants for the prestigious Farouk Jabre Interfaculty Grants and their research topics.
Our project, Artificial Intelligence and Delirium, is a multidisciplinary project between the Department of Psychiatry at AUB, led by the PI on the project, Dr. Farouk Jabre. I'm a psychiatrist as well and the co-PI. And our colleagues at the Faculty of Engineering, Dr. Hazem Haj and Dr. Wasim Haj at the Department of Computer Science. And so what we are trying to do in the first stage is develop an algorithm that can accurately predict who the patients that are at high risk of delirium in the hospital are, and then applying this tool, testing it out, and then implementing it in clinical practice so we can detect it early on and treat it.
My name is Nadam Al-Hem, and I'm the principal investigator of the proposal COVID-19 vaccine effectiveness in Lebanon, and Dr. Abdurrahman Rizzi is the co-principal investigator. The main objectives of our proposal are as below. One, to evaluate COVID-19 messenger RNA vaccine effectiveness in Lebanon. Two, to determine and isolate the variant linked to breakthrough infections among vaccinated individuals, and more importantly, to elucidate the role of COVID-19 T-cell vaccine-induced responses as well as their phenotype following infection among vaccinated individuals.
My name is Abdurrahman Rizzi. I'm an infectious disease specialist at the American University of Beirut Medical Center. I am the co-investigator and the co-principal investigator in the study to assess and evaluate vaccine effectiveness in real life among the Lebanese population and those residing in Lebanon. So our study will really pave the way for future measures to be taken by the government and by other scientific bodies in order to determine the profile of life and the pathway we should take in order to regain our natural life in this pandemic.
Toxoplasma gondii is a very widespread parasite that infects not only a huge range of hosts, but also associates with multiple diseases.
since the mechanism of entry of the parasite is not known, and since all in vitro and in vivo models would not allow us to study the exact mechanism through the blood-brain barrier, we will focus on tackling this important question in the ultimate aim of understanding the mechanism of invasion, blocking it, or even treating the cysts that are residing in the brain.
We've decided to try and mimic the human brain or a part of it in vitro, in a glass dish. So what we have done is that we have constructed an experimental model where we can culture several cell types, all relevant to the blood-brain barrier, and to mimic how the blood-brain barrier is formed. And then we're going to test how does the parasite penetrate through the blood-brain barrier, and also look at what does it do when it enters the blood-brain barrier.
Most of the in vitro studies are typically done on two-dimensional substrates. However, our body is actually a three-dimensional structure, and actually the blood vessels in all of our body are actually ductular structures, especially also in the brain. So to best study the conditions by which these parasites can migrate to the brain, the best is to actually create a biomimetic three-dimensional ductular structure so that we can study the migration.
My name is Untitled. I'm a faculty member at the Biology Department, Faculty of Arts and Sciences. I've had a long-standing collaboration with Dr. Saban and Dr. Rihab Nasser. This project that we're interested in looks at the lesions inflicted or possibly inflicted by the diesel exhaust from the electric generators that have been dominating our lives in Beirut and the levels of contamination. So I think this will give us an insight on the early lesions that one may notice in normal breast epithelial cells prior to cancer initiation, and that's what we're trying to prevent.
I'm Dr. Brigitte Khouri. I'm a clinical psychologist and associate professor at the Department of Psychiatry. Our study is about how the Lebanese have dealt with the experience of death and grieving during the pandemic of the COVID-19. Our study will explore the impact of COVID-19 has on the mourning process of families in Lebanon. The research team from the Faculty of Medicine and the Faculty of Health Sciences will use a qualitative approach to conduct in-depth interviews with participants who have lost a loved one to the pandemic. The finding will sensitize the health professionals about death during COVID-19 and the needs of grieving families for mental health support services.
My name is Omar Abaid. I'm professor and chairperson of the Department of Nutrition and Food Sciences. Our project is on the relation between core body temperature and appetite. We believe that the ability of food to be converted in energy, that's what controls food intake.
I'm Mariat Awad. I'm an associate professor from the Electrical and Computer Engineering Department in the Baroud Simhan Faculty of Engineering and Architecture. We're going to build an application where users are going to report and record their hunger, their alertness, and their food intake. We're going also to measure and monitor glucose and basically core body temperature.
This project is a collaboration between the Faculty of Medicine, IT, and the Faculty of Engineering at AUB to create a user-friendly software using AI and ML algorithms, automate vertebral fracture detection and thus optimize subclinical fracture reporting. We plan to achieve a model validation and enable it to define fracture severity.
My name is Maya Romani, Assistant Professor of Family Medicine at the Faculty of Medicine at the American University of Beirut. Our research will study the effect of nature therapy intervention on burnout and stress levels among medical students. As we all know, the high levels of burnout and stress experienced by medical students highlight the need of public health interventions that are both effective and innovative.
Salman Al-Shabit Al-Fu, Professor, Department of Landscape Design and Ecosystem Management. In our study, we will focus on all medical students, preclinical and clinical students, and we will make use of the natural environment of the campus.
I'm Rad Assaf. I'm a medical student here at AUB, and I work closely with Dr. Shadi Awad and Dr. Shadi Badsouni, an ophthalmologist and computer scientist here at AUB. In short, our research is focused around integrating artificial intelligence. We're trying to circumvent two main problems that the OCT machine has. It is a time-consuming exam on the clinician, and for this reason, it is only used for patient diagnosis and not for screening. And what we're trying to do is introduce artificial intelligence into this machine and try to automate certain steps of the patient assessment.
The most widely adopted preclinical heart attack model in rodents is characterized by an open chest and microscopic invasive surgery that generates substantial limitations and variabilities. My team and I at AUB are generating the most translational preclinical heart attack model characterized by non-invasive closed chest magnetic nanoparticle-based intervention using the most developed and cutting-edge equipment and material in collaboration with Dr. Pierre Karam from the Department of Chemistry here at AUB. Successful completion and optimization of this technique will be considered a breakthrough in the heart attack research field given its substantial translational power. I would like to thank Farouk Jabre Biomedical Research Grant Committee for this outstanding opportunity.
Invite President Fadl Khouri, Dean Raymond Sawaya, Professor Asad Aid to the stage. For the awarding of the Farouk Jabre Interfaculty Grants, it is with immense pride that we announce and welcome to the stage the awardees: Dr. Ghad Al-Haj Flayhan, Dr. Ali Shahab, and Dr. Nabil Khouri. For the project of opportunistic detection of vertebral compression fractures on chest and abdominal CT scans using machine learning and artificial intelligence, closing the care gap. For the second award, Dr. Fuad Zwain and Dr. Pierre Karam for the project of non-invasive ischemia reperfusion induction in mice using inert magnetic nanoparticles. And for that, I invite Dr. Ramzi Sabra to receive the award on behalf of them. Last but not least, Dr. Farid Talia, Dr. Hazem Haj, and Dr. Maya Bezri. For the project of artificial intelligence and delirium, development and implementation of an algorithm to predict the risk of delirium in hospitalized patients in Lebanon. Congratulations to the awardees, and thank you, Mr. Farouk Jabre, for his generous contributions to the biomedical research at AUB. And
we would like to bring to your attention the auction we will be holding. The bids will be for vintage biomedical research instruments dating back to the 19th and 20th centuries. These instruments are part of the AUB's rich history of excellence in academia and science. The proceeds collected from this auction will be used to further the vision of AUB Inspire into leading the next generation of biomedical scientists into the next frontier.
we would like to express our sincerest gratitude to everybody who helped make this event possible. We couldn't have done it without you. Thank you to our esteemed guests for joining us tonight, and please enjoy the reception outside. ولا أنا؟